Starfield. You guys know what I'm about to talk about. You know, if you read the title, you know, first off, shout out to the Starfield headset. You know, I ain't gonna wear it the whole time. I ain't built that way. I'm gonna put it right here on top of the Xbox. Hopefully it don't fall out. Okay, we're good. Here's the controller right here too. Starfield's gonna be 30 frames on consoles. I think they said 4K 30 on the Series X and 1440p on the Series S. Look, I think we can all agree we would prefer better running games. And to me, I don't know anything about development, and I want to point that out first. You know, I can sit here and I can tell you 1,000 ways why I feel like this game should run at 60 frames. And I could easily come out with those conversations why this game should run 60 frames. But at the end of the day, I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just a podcaster. I'm just a streamer. I'm not a developer. I don't know anything when it comes related to that. I don't know how any of that works. But what I can say from my standpoint as a consumer, as someone that reviews games, as someone that, you know, handles these games periodically all the time, I could say that when you come out there and you make general statements such as Aaron Greenberg's made, and you say stuff like, you know, 60 is the standard, and sometimes we can hit 120p, people are going to assume that's the standard. You can only go off what the people that you're actually doing this, what they actually say. And people are going to assume that what they are told is realistic values, and that's what's going to happen. We had Redfall. Redfall just recently came out. It was 30 frames, and that was a huge hit. But Starfield on top of that, it's not acceptable to me. Look, I will be playing Starfield, you know, right here. I will be playing Starfield on PC. I'll probably, because it's going to be, you know, the play anywhere kind of thing where hopefully your save file moves places over and over again. I can go from PC to console and then from console back to PC. So I can try it out. I could try both out. I will say that it's most likely going to be a consistent 30 frames. Hopefully. I'm trying to really stay positive in terms of like the bugs and stuff. I don't think we're going to have a huge amount of bugs in this game. I think for the most part, the reason that they went ahead and delayed it as long as they did is because they want to get away from the buggy games that Bethesda makes. And I think that's the biggest focus they're making, is to make sure that this game comes out as bug-free and this game comes out and it runs well. I think that's the biggest focus they're doing on here. Look, at the end of the day, maybe these consoles weren't as strong as we initially thought, because you look at something like all these previous games that's come out. It is, you know, a lot of these games have been cross-play. A lot of these games have been cross-generation. So for the most part, you're just playing upscaled Xbox One and PS4 games. And I think we're starting to see more and more games that's only coming out for next-gen platforms. Is there a way to make them run at 60 on the console? I would say yes. But I do think CPU issues is definitely one of the prime reasons we're going to see a lot of these games at 30 frames. And the thing I would say to you guys, I'll be very vocal on this. If you guys don't like the direction of playing 30-frame games, go to PC. You know, definitely go on Twitter. I've always been very advocate when it comes to voting with your wallet does only so much. You know, when you look at 100% scale of people that buy it, how many of those people are willing to not play Starfield? I feel like you're not going to get enough people to realistically go out there and go at people. I'm seeing people in the media say that 30 frames is okay, and it's not. It's not okay. But at the end of the day, we have to be realistic with the situation. Starfield's going to be 30 frames on console no matter what we say. So it's whether or not you're willing to boycott the game to send a message. And then the question comes off of that. Boycotting game, is that really going to do anything? If there's not a massive amount of people that's going to boycott this game with you, most likely not. So this is what I would suggest. If you want to play this game 60 frames like me, play it on PC. PC Game Pass, go wild. Now, I would suggest you go on Twitter, tag Todd Howard, tag Phil Spencer, tag Aaron Greenberg even. I mean, he's a marketing dude, but you can still tag him. Pete Hines, and just respectfully say, I'm disappointed that you guys aren't making this game 60 frames on the consoles, because obviously a hit to the wallet is going to be very effective. But if you can't get enough people behind that, having a community manager or executives from a company getting on Twitter and seeing 500 to 1,000 people every couple hours just respectfully voicing their opinion that they are very disappointed with Microsoft, that they did not make this game 60 frames. Obviously, I'm not a developer, like I said at the beginning of the video, but I would say that there is compromises they can take to make this game 60 frames. Todd Howard is a huge advocate person on, having detail in his world, having the fidelity, having resolution. He wants the game to be very immersive. So maybe he is right in the game he wants to make have only 30 frames on console. But to me, give them that, and then also have a performance mode that it's like, look, if you don't want to play with this much detail, or you don't want to play with this much of resolution, then you can switch here if you want 60 frames. Todd, we can have both. I don't know if you want both, because you might want your game running a certain way, and that's fine. But to me, giving people the option if they want to play at a lower setting just to hit 60 frames isn't that much of a heartache for you. I understand you probably want everyone to consistently play the same game, but we are in a different age, and I feel like you can easily give people the option if they want to play, maybe not necessarily a game that you want to come out there, because they would probably have to lower the resolution, some of the textures, and he probably doesn't want to do that because he wants everybody to play the same game and get the same experience. But some people want that 60 frames. It's important to them, and I think you should have gave them that right. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know if there's 100% way that you could have made this game run 60 frames without taking the fidelity or, the resolution down. I don't know. But I'm saying that just because you want a game ran a certain way, I'm talking to Todd Howard, doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't give people that are okay with the compromise a way to play the game at their performance mode. I will be playing this game on the Xbox Series X and PC. I'll be switching back and forth, probably mainly on PC. And it's a shame that I didn't get the opportunity or just the option to play it at a performance mode, even though I probably wouldn't have played the game that Todd Howard 100% originally envisioned. Obviously you're going to have to lower some settings, but at least I would have got that option. But anyway, tell me in the comment section below what you guys think. I'm very curious to hear your guys' opinion. I will put in the comment section below the video that leaked to where Todd Howard went into why he is capping the frame rate at 30 frames. I believe it was an IGN interview, but I'll put it in the comment section below. And until next time, I appreciate all the support you guys are giving me. This is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace. The Starfield controller.